Language is a powerful tool, but is your copywriting really making the most of it? Here are my 5 little tips for making sure that you make every word count. Now at this point I am going to make a couple of assumptions. I'm going to assume that you know the point you want to get across, and I'm also going to assume that you know the audience you want to target and where they are. This is about those little differences to make every word count. Tip 1. Get to the point quickly. Doesn't matter what point you're trying to get across, your reader doesn't want to get through hundreds of words of waffle just to get the information they need. Think about your titles and headings and try and be as specific as you can. Sites like BuzzFeed have built their success on this principle. Also, be specific. So instead of just saying, I have 12 types of vegetables grown in my greenhouse, say something like, in my greenhouse I've got carrots, I've got cucumbers, I've got cabbage, I've got lettuce. It paints a much better picture of what you're trying to get across. And try to use active language. As a general rule, put the subject first, the verb second, and the object third. Try not to reverse this order. Tip 2. Keep it simple. Beware of the consequences of using erudite vernacular utilised irrespective of necessity. Or in simple terms, stop trying to use long words and complicated language when you don't need to. If you want to sound smart, stop trying to sound smart and just get your message across in a way that your reader can understand. Instead of using words like utilise, just use. And is ascertain really better than find out? Tip 3. Evoke the senses. Lots of writers use metaphors as part of their armoury, but few understand the real impact of those metaphors on their audience. Researchers from Princeton University have actually found that words associated with food and taste stimulate certain brain activities within the human mind. So this means if you add a little bit of fizz or a little bit of spice to your language, you're actually creating cognitive responses. Now of course this doesn't mean using lots of clumsy food-related puns in your writing, but consider that words such as sweet actually create better responses than words like kind, and you can actually start to see how you can really make metaphors work for you. Tip 4. Do away with fluff words. Back when I was a trainee journalist, one of my editors gave me a lesson from Mark Twain that was very useful. He said, every time you want to use the word very in one of your articles, change that to the word damn. It was a damn fine way of making sure you got rid of any words that couldn't justify their inclusion. Make every word count by doing away with any fluff words. Tip 5. Get the most ruthless editor you can find. You know how every office has got that guy that nitpicks at everything, the guy who picks up on every little detail and who won't let anything go? Well, buy that guy a drink because he's your new editor. This guy will pick up on every single imperfection in your article. He'll find every needless word, every grammatical error and every single flaw. And your article is going to be so much better for it. I'm Michael Hewitt. Those are my top 5 tips for making your content work harder. If you want to find out more, head on over to our blog.